This is Ollie, a regular monkey in the financial jungle, and he has a massive problem. He wants to get his hands on the biggest tech IPO in history, Uncle Elon's SpaceX. For over 24 years, this exclusive rocket club was strictly locked for regular retail monkeys. But now, SpaceX is suddenly offering 30% of all shares directly to public monkeys. At first glance, this feels like pure generosity from the great techno emperor himself. But we at Monkey Deep Dive noticed something deeply unsettling hidden inside the fine print. Why invite regular retail investors to a multi-trillion-dollar party if they don't need capital? Because buried deep inside the official prospectus lies a calculated, mathematical trap designed to exploit you. This trap ensures your voting rights are worthless, while your bananas fund an AI disaster. Let's unmask the corporate chaos of this IPO and see what's happening behind the scenes. SpaceX was founded in 2002 with one major stated goal: make monkeykind multiplanetary. For over 2 decades, it stayed completely private, away from public eyes and Wall Street. But business has been exceptionally good, bringing in massive revenue waves every single quarter. In 2025 alone, the company pulled in over 18 billion bananas in total revenue, and the first 3 months of 2026 added another 4 billion bananas to that pile. The core engine powering this massive train of juicy profit is Starlink, their satellite internet. Starlink ended the year with over 9 million subscribers, generating 10 billion bananas on its own. So on paper, this looks like an incredibly profitable and flawless company, right? Well, not exactly. Because behind the curtain, SpaceX is actually several completely different companies wearing a giant trench coat. You have the rocket business, Starlink Internet, defense contracts, and a massive loss-making AI operation. This hidden AI operation has been quietly bleeding billions of bananas completely out of public sight. So why, after keeping the doors locked for 24 years, do they suddenly want Ollie's bananas? Because on May 20th, 2026, SpaceX officially filed its master prospectus with the SEC. Listing on the Nasdaq, trading for this absolute monster is scheduled to begin this June. They are aiming to raise up to 75 billion bananas with a $1 trillion valuation. This is advertised as a rare opportunity to build generational wealth for regular monkeys. But for smart monkeys reading the fine print, a completely different picture is starting to emerge. And the perfect place to start looking is the supposed voting power shareholders receive. When you buy stock, you put your bananas in and expect a say in governance. Think of it like paying membership fees to renovate your neighborhood monkey community club. You pay your fees, so when decision time comes, you get an honest vote. You decide the colors of the lobby, the upgraded furniture, or who joins the board. Your vote might be relatively small, but the point is, it belongs completely to you. SpaceX will absolutely give Ollie his vote. There is no question about that. Except, you just shouldn't look too closely at what that vote actually executes. Because here is the kicker. Uncle Elon's single vote counts for 10 of Ollie's. In the finance world, this corporate arrangement is officially known as a dual-class share structure. It's actually common. Google has one, Meta has one, and Snap has one too. It allows founders to protect their visionary multi-year plans from impatient Wall Street hedge funds. But SpaceX takes this defensive setup somewhere else completely unimaginable. Because Uncle Elon controls nearly 80% of all votes with only 42% equity. This arrangement mathematically guarantees Ollie's vote remains completely irrelevant for the rest of time. The official filing confirms it. Elon retains 25% minimum voting control under any circumstance. So even if every retail monkey votes no, his choices will always instantly override yours. But who cares about voting rights when we are going to colonize Mars anyway, right? And Elon is even being exceptionally generous with the public share distribution numbers. Allocating common monkeys up to 30% is 3 times higher than a normal IPO. It feels like true democratization, like the techno emperor looked out and chose everyone. Except there is one giant problem that Ollie simply cannot shake from his head. SpaceX is targeting 75 billion bananas, a scale that major global institutions could buy instantly. Sovereign wealth funds and mega hedge funds do not need regular public capital at all. So why invite public retail monkeys to the party? Because you are their insurance policy. When millions of ordinary monkeys own a piece of a dream, they defend it relentlessly. They refuse to sell their shares even when company insiders are actively cashing out at the top. Remember this. We have watched this identical corporate episode play out in market history before. Look back at the historic Saudi Aramco public offering launched in 2020. Big institutions priced that dream at the absolute peak, inviting public monkeys to buy in. And regular retail investors watched the stock price sink below its initial value for years, leaving hundreds of thousands of monkeys holding a massive bag while insiders walked away rich. History doesn't always repeat itself identically in the financial world, but it frequently rhymes. Ollie isn't being invited to celebrate, he is being recruited to hold up SpaceX prices. And remember, this chaotic mess is all before we even look at the XAI incorporation details. Earlier this year, SpaceX swallowed XAI whole, forcing rockets and AI infrastructure into one office. On the surface, a spaceship company possessing advanced AI sounds incredibly exciting, like sci-fi. But looking closer at XAI's real books reveals a deep, terrifying sea of corporate red ink. Even Uncle Elon's tech companies cannot escape the painful realities of the AI profitability paradox. The total internal damage? A stunning loss of over 6 billion bananas last year alone. If a company is bleeding cash that fast, how does it keep its server lights active? The entire operation is currently being propped up directly by Starlink's internet subscription revenue. When retail monkeys buy this IPO, they are purchasing a business line that hemorrhages cash. But wait, it gets crazier. Look at Tesla's $2 billion banana investment into XAI. Tesla shareholders explicitly voted entirely against this fund transfer, but Elon simply did it anyway. When SpaceX swallowed XAI, those converted Tesla positions quietly mutated into pre-IPO SpaceX shares. If you owned Tesla, you woke up owning a spaceship company without ever giving permission. See the repetitive pattern here? Elon controls everything, rendering your protection completely non-existent. Desperate for structural guardrails, Ollie looks up the rules of the listing exchange, Nasdaq. Historically, companies must wait 3 full months before joining the elite Nasdaq 100 index. But SpaceX wanted entry instantly, so Nasdaq simply bent their entry guidelines to win listing. Introducing new fast entry terms means SpaceX enters major retirement pension accounts in days. Protect your hard-earned bananas, do your own deep research, and subscribe to Monkey Deep Dive today.